Well, good morning, folks. This is my first recording to you all. My name is Robin Howe, and I'm teaching the course. You will have received emails from me already. So welcome to the course. A couple things. One, I am working with technical support on the VoiceThread assignment. Apparently, Loyola is actually phasing that out, and so they're having some more issues. In the event that we can't figure it out, I will replace it with something, but it certainly will not affect you all. So just do your best. I also thought it'd be a good opportunity to sort of introduce the fact that we're actually experiencing something right now that certainly for me is the first time in my life that we've ever faced it, which is obviously the spread of the coronavirus, which for many of you, I imagine, working in schools, you're all in the same boat I am, which is we're just trying to figure out what to do. I work for an organization that works with schools all over the world, and actually my trip earlier this month to Iraq, where I'm working with a school, was canceled because of the spread of the virus in Iran. But meanwhile, right now I'm back in Idaho, where as of this moment, which is 9:40 Mountain Time, we don't have a confirmed case. But we're right next to Seattle, very close to California, and of course, you all may be experienced too, just the concern of the spread and what do we do, and it brings up a really sort of interesting coincidental fact, the fact that we now have the opportunity to use technology to possibly reach and address the issue differently than we did even 20 years ago, and certainly 10 years ago. I'm getting ready to go into a meeting in about 20 minutes with Montessori folks from around the world. Technically around the world, but we're just trying to figure out, what do we do if we end up closing our schools? Can we deliver Montessori curriculum to young kids? I mean, the question I have is, would this, do any of these platforms, Zoom or Skype, could they even support the number of people that are going to be using the internet? Do our internet, the entire systems, would they be able to handle the millions of students that may be forced to resort to, at least for the short time, to technology? And then it takes into the bigger question is what sort of precedent is this setting? I mean, let's say if we can even successfully deliver curriculum, are people going to look at this and say, wow, well, at a moment of worldwide emergency, we were able to deliver curriculum. Does that demonstrate that we can do it even when it's not an emergency? And then it sort of brings in these bigger questions of how does the use of technology take away human interaction? And in particular to Montessori, where so much is about our relationships with each other, how is this all going to affect the projection of Montessori into the future? So anyway, I just thought it was interesting that this is all happening right now as we start the course, because it really is a first-hand experiment, if you will, to try to figure out how we can use technology to impact education. And I don't think we know the answer. And many of us who are leading a school, so I'm the head of a school out here in Idaho, and I work with multiple different universities. Obviously, well, not obviously, but and it's just it's something interesting. So, what I hope that you all get out of this course, first and foremost, of course, taking all of our other issues out, is it really just helps you develop the way you think about technology in elementary classrooms. And there, of course, the article I shared with you, I think it was Monday, is I don't want to call it a counter-technological article, however, it's presenting the idea that we can't just rely on technology. And I don't want to try to persuade you one way or another, but what I really want you to do is I want to help you develop your own thoughts on how to best use technology, and also think about how technology works in your particular situation. I don't want to suggest that most things are black and white. In Montessori, I do believe, and I know that this isn't shared with some people, there are some things that may work for one school, even curricular things, that do not work for another. And so really what I hope you do is it helps you think about what works for your particular situation and develop a rationale for why it works. And then you can make decisions based on those ideas. there is a concept that I may share with you, but I don't want to overwhelm you with additional supplemental readings, but this idea of creative destruction, which is the concept that as we create and innovate, we end up losing things. So, for example, with the creation of MP3 players, right, we've lost the art of the vinyl, even though I know vinyl is taken back or coming back. But we sort of things that we've created are now fallen by the wayside because of new innovations, essentially rendering them obsolete. And what does that mean regarding education? What does that mean in terms of social interaction? And I don't think we really have the answers because things are moving so quickly that students that children that grew up with the internet are now just reaching adulthood or young adulthood, and we don't know what that really means in terms of their ability to lead businesses and have families. Has technology and the need to interact with people, has the reduction of that need led to other impacts that we don't even know yet? So anyway, I really look forward to working with you all throughout this class. I've heard back from a couple of you, and again, we're working on the voice thread, and so if you have any other issues, please let me know. But I will try to send a video and a couple emails every week just to set up some, create some sort of interaction with you all. I would also like to try to set up 2 Zoom meetings over the course of the next 8 weeks. What that would mean is, for those of you who aren't familiar with Zoom, it's pretty much like Skype. I like the platform more. I think it works better. But I will send out a doodle poll to you all. And, I do also understand that you all are coming to me from all over the world. So if you can't make it, it's not a requirement. I will record it and I'll send it. But again, it's just the attempt to try to create a learning community when you're doing courses online. And, it may get even easier, I suppose, if schools continue to close and we're stuck at home. So, at any rate, we're all in this together, and we're all living a historic event to a certain degree. So I hope you all stay safe. I hope your families stay safe, and I hope for those of you that are working in schools that you come up with solutions and come up with ideas that work for your students. So have a wonderful day, and I will speak with you all soon.